How you doing, pioneers? This is MJKK 613.14 coming at you again. Unofficial pie through my eyes, the way I see it, the way I understand it. Also a mod in Pioneer English and General English, MJKK61. I can be found on most social media. As of late, or not as of late, but in PyApp, as a mod, we can't self-promote or put out any information that is unofficial to Pi. So there is a lot of stuff going on in Pi, and I don't know, I haven't made a video in a while and got a lot of topics running around in my head. The biggest one is, after you've completed 90 mining sessions in the Pi app, there is access to a senior chat, and it's worth coming in. If you got 90 sessions, it's worth coming in and looking at the information that's being put out. My recommendation and suggestion is, don't be a 90-day wonder. Okay? Read the white paper, get an understanding of the white paper, and if you have questions about the white paper, that's the place to ask. Okay? Asking about Pi value, total supply, when we're going to launch, all that, you should be past that after 90 sessions. That should have been taken care of in the general chats. Okay. Senior chat is for senior members to learn Pi, to put out information about teaching about Pi, what Pi is. Okay. Not about what is currently going on in the crypto space. It's about Pi. Learn Pi. Don't come in with, opinions, false information, bad information that is based on today's current crypto models. Pi is not. Pi is not following any of those models. Pi is following its own path. Okay? Now the exchanges are going to be a part of Pi economy, but they're not Pi economy. Pi value is not based on exchange price. So trying to figure out total supply and all that, circulating supply is a waste of time. Is a total waste of time at this point in time. Okay, Pi is getting short. We're close to 6 or 7 months for Core to reach their goal to launch Pi by the end of the year. Okay, personally, I don't think we'll be ready by June. We're gonna miss another Pi day of launching Pi, just because. Okay. Pi is not another crypto. Pi is Pi. Pi should launch on a Pi day. Pi anniversary on a Pi day. Not just some random date out of the blue. It shouldn't have. And it shouldn't. Okay. Anyway. Coming into senior chat, there are a lot of senior pioneers that have come back into chat because of it being senior chat, that have a lot of information, a lot of correct, good information about Pi. Not about crypto. Pi isn't about crypto. Pi is about Pi. Bottom line. Bottom line. It gets frustrating. It does. Because now I'm starting to see people coming in and asking the same questions that they're asking in general chat. General chat is where those questions should be asked. Newbie questions should be asked in general chat. There's a mod FAQ at the top of the chat that is a resource for pioneers. Use it. Mods have taken the time to answer most of the questions asked currently, right now, as you come in new to Pi. We've taken the time to do that. The resources there, use it. One of the issues I have with people coming in, they don't read anything coming in. Most people. Can't say all. Most people don't read anything coming in. They don't read the FAQ. They don't read the white paper. They don't use the mod FAQ. Okay? But then you'll come in and ask questions in chat, but you'll read the response in chat. What? It makes no sense, man. If you're going to read the response in chat, read the other paperwork. It's put there for a reason. It's put there as a resource so you can start to learn about Pi. Okay? Pi is not other crypto. It's not other crypto. Pi is Pi. And it's written, Pi nodes are written off of Stellar Consensus blockchain. That's the foundation for Pi. And I've gotten into a lot of discussions, a lot of arguments, a lot of whatever. From what I come to understand, Pi is forked off of Stellar. But it's only using the node protocol to run the blockchain. Well, it's off of Stellar, then everything's got to be Stellar. No. If you read and understand what Core has written, they have made adaptations to Stellar to make it Pi. Adaptations, additions to the base protocol. The mining mechanism, the trust graph, security circles are all adaptations to Stellar base protocol. Okay, so to say it's totally Stellar and it's going to act like Stellar, and it's going to do some things that Stellar, it has to. It can't do anything but because it's off of that. But with the additions Core has made, makes it Pi. Okay? So, you have to learn Pi. You need to learn what Pi is. Not what you know from the space, not what you know from Stellar, not what, okay? Core is looking to design a ecosystem and an economy inside the community. That is Pi's primary goal. To be able for us to trade goods and services inside the community. That is Core's goal. That is Pi's goal. That is Pi's main objective. That's where Pi will get its value from us. Yes. Now, I know all the economics and supply and demand and all the stuff that goes with it. Well, yes, from the exchanges, supply and demand, trading volume. That's how they set price on the exchanges, is trading volume. Total number of Pi out on the exchanges. Total number of Pi in circulation on the exchanges. It's a small part of Pi economy, and it's needed. But it's not its main factor and not its driving force. Never has been. Building economies is Pi's driving force. Setting its value. Okay? And currently there are a lot of schools and a lot of camps and a lot of this and a lot of that and a lot of whatever. Okay? Pi is trading for goods and services at $100 a Pi. Yes. There are at least 300 people, pioneers, that were given the in-app transfer availability. Pilots. In-app transfer pilots that were given the availability to actually transfer the Pi we are earning. Okay? Now, I know there are two economies that have started. One here in the United States, one in China. Both are valuing Pi at $100 a Pi. Both are using a backer system. Okay? And I've always said, be careful out of anything coming out of China. And I'm still saying that because there are too many copycats, scams, frauds, whatever coming out of China. And I'm not trying to belittle China or take anything away. Because Chinese are good people. They are good people. And they know their stuff, and they're up on the technology. They're way ahead of us in the United States, or around the world, most part, in their technology and how they use it. They have gone totally paperless in less than 5 years. They don't carry any money, any currency, they do it all off their phone. Now, however it's all done, I think most of it is done from QR code or whatever, but they don't carry any cash. It's all done off their phone. Okay? So they know the technology, they know how to use it, and they're using it, and have been using it. Okay? They're way ahead of the world, man. They're way ahead of the world. Okay? So there is an economy out of China a marketplace out of China that is trading Pi for $100 a Pi. There is a place in the United States, Pi Lifestyles, is also using Pi at $100 a Pi. And because of the in-app transfer pilots, they are able to move Pi. Real Pi. Real Pi. They're the ones taking the risk right now to get what Pi needs, economies, started, so Pi can start moving around. An economy means the currency being used has to move, trade hands, do their thing. Okay? It's happening. It is happening. It's unofficial. None of it's tied to Pi or Core. But it's happening. Whether you believe me or not, it is. And it's happening at $100 a Pi. And I will keep reiterating. They are using Pi at $100 value. Buying power value to buy goods and services. Okay? I'm hoping this video gets farther than what it normally does, so I'm not going to post any links because I can't. It can't. Yeah, being a mod kind of also ties my hands on things I can do and stay professional. I like being a mod in Pi app. I enjoy it. I enjoy helping pioneers get started. I do. I also like correcting bad information. Okay? And there is a lot of bad information. A lot of bad information on Pi. In videos, in other social media, wherever you can find information on Pi. There is a lot of bad information. Because people are thinking they know Pi without knowing Pi. They're going off what they know of crypto. And they're expecting Pi to do the same thing. And they get upset, pissed off, bad-mouthing Pi when Pi doesn't follow their model, doesn't follow their thinking, doesn't follow, then everything becomes fraud, scam, bad-mouthing Core, bad-mouthing the project, because it's not following their logic, their thinking of crypto. You know what? Screw them. Because Pi is not following their models. Okay. Common sense, man. Common sense. If Pi is not looking for an exchange listing, and it's stated, Core is not running an IEO and not looking to buy Pi's way onto the exchange. And at the start of phase 3, if exchanges choose to list Pi, that's when Pi can be linked and sold for cash. It's written down. It's in the roadmap. You know, I hear people, well, the roadmap's not precise enough, not precise enough. Okay. Pi was written by Stanford PhDs. Doctors. You know, that's what PhD stands for. Doctorate. These are some smart, intelligent people that wrote Pi, wrote the white paper. We have to be smart enough to understand what we're reading. And to me, what a lot of the people that know Pi and understand Pi, or coming to understand Pi, understand what they're reading, understand what Core is saying. Those that are going off what they think they know or what they have learned from crypto stop short. They stop short. They don't. You guys are the experts, man. You are the cream of whatever when it comes to crypto. I respect that. I do respect that. Even though I fight with you all the time. I do respect your knowledge. And if I were in any other project, if I were in Dodge, or if I were in Bitcoin, or if I were in Ethereum, or if I were in, 6,000 or 7,000 other projects that are out there, I would be following and I would be taking your advice. I would probably be speaking with you if I were in those projects. I'm not. I'm in Pi. I'm talking Pi. Because the difference is I've taken the time to learn, argue, debate, fight, whatever, to get my understanding of pi, to raise my level of knowledge in understanding pi. Okay. And for me, the biggest eye opener was taking Bitcoin, its protocol, its whatever, and laying it down, and taking pi white paper and laying them down next to each other, finding out what the similarities were and what the differences are. Kind of learned Bitcoin at the same time, and I learned pi at the same time. I mean, I really learned pi at the same time. And what makes them different? What sets pi apart from Bitcoin? Where Bitcoin, I don't want to get into an argument over this. Where Bitcoin flaws are. There are flaws in Bitcoin. Where it falls short of what it should have been. I know. It's doing what it's doing, and it's making millions of dollars for a lot of people, and people are, okay. But I compare them to the stock market. Bitcoin trades like a stock on the stock market. There is no intrinsic value. There is no asset value. Yes, it runs off the blockchain and digital currency and the technology, and that's what supports it and backs it up and all that. Okay, and it's mining because it takes all this energy to earn the coins and all this. I understand all that. So I'm not begrudging all of that. I understand it. Okay? Bitcoin's the new gold. Bitcoin's the new gold because it's hard to mine and it's okay. Gold, the scarcity. There are trillions of tons of gold. Trillions of tons of gold. Sitting in vaults in all these countries that move it around for major country transactions. And they don't even move it around anymore. It's all sitting in one vault, and they move it from one stack to another. Okay? But I'm not saying gold isn't scarce. But it's an illusion of scarcity. Yes, it's hard to mine, and it's in dangerous places, and it's all of this, okay? But it's not as scarce as what people think. You can go on any street corner, any jewelry shop in the world, and buy a necklace, a ring, a bracelet, earrings, okay? Any day of the week. Anywhere in the world, you can buy gold. But you can't take that earring or that necklace or that ring or whatever and go into a 7-Eleven or a fast food place or McDonald's. I mean, that McDonald's is around the world. Burger King's around the world. You can't go into a McDonald's or a Burger King, take off an earring, and buy a hamburger. You can't do it. Gold is for major transactions between countries. Bitcoin is the gold. Bitcoin is for making major transactions around the world. Okay? It has its place. It has its deal. It has its whatever. Okay? But it's not pi. Pi is not Bitcoin. Pi is not in competition with Bitcoin. Pi uses a different protocol to create the coin. Well, it's not mining. It's not mining. It's not hard. It's not mining. It's not using. It's not. Time out, man. Bitcoin is first generation crypto. It is first generation crypto. Okay. Pi is fourth or fifth generation crypto. To think that the first generation crypto isn't going to be improved on to become less economical, less economical. There we go. I mean, it takes a lot of energy. Okay. New protocols come out. Use less power. Use less computer power. Use less physical power. Okay. They become more user friendly. They become easier to use. That's what we do as humans. We invent something, and we improve on it. To think this is the only way that it can be, to me, is closed-minded, short-sighted, and okay, to think that they're not going to improve on. Well, look what happened. You had proof of work, and then you came up with proof of stake, but it's still off of proof of work. It's new technology. Then comes XRP and Stellar, which is next generation, second or third generation technology from what was built. They are in the top 10 or 20 coins being traded on the market today. They don't use proof of work or proof of stake. They're different technology. They're doing different things, but they're different technology. Building blockchain. Pi is written off of the next advancement in crypto. Well, it can't be. Well, yes. Now, you get to the people that are XRP and Stellar and the shit going on between them, okay? And you get purists of Stellar saying Core stole Stellar. Well, if it's open source, that means it's open for everybody to use. That's what open source is. Well, then we should be able to access it. We should be able to, okay, Pi is not open source yet. It's a private project in development. No, we're not supposed to have access to it yet because it's not developed into a public currency yet, or it's not developed into a public whatever yet. It's not launched to the public. So it's not supposed to be open source. Will it be open source when we get to phase 3? Yes, it's written. It's already written that Pi will be open source. Well, slow down, man. You'll have your chance to screw it up. Yes, I said it. You'll have your chance to screw it up. I hope the community governance keeps that from happening. Yes. I get a little adamant because it did it to Bitcoin. Okay. I hope we don't let it happen to Pi. Because Pi is written off of a protocol that is faster, more efficient, more reliable, less a lot of stuff that happens in, I don't care what project it is, in proof of work. It's new technology. No, it's not new technology. It's off of Stellar. Stellar's cool. Stellar is new technology. Open source, free for everybody to use. Core took a little piece of Stellar. Well, it's Stellar itself. No, Core took a little piece of Stellar. Then they added the mining mechanism, the trust graph, security circles, whatever else is inside a Pi app, the economy inside a Pi app, all of that. The chat rooms, the platform that Pi is written on is not Stellar. It's Pi. Written with. Well, it's got to be the coin. That's not all that makes up Pi. Pi is bigger than that. Okay? So, when we reach phase 3 and Pi launches to the public and becomes a public project, it will be open source. I will bet my Pi on it. I will bet my Pi on it that it will be open source and anybody can see it, make suggestions on it, do whatever, it will happen. Another point that keeps coming up, Elon Musk. Man, all right, let me set myself straight. I respect Elon Musk. I respect Warren Buffett. I respect Bill Gates. I respect men that have started from the ground up, created their own companies, and built them into what they are today. And the men are worth what they are today. Jeff, what is it, Bozo, sorry, I didn't mean to jack your name up, of Amazon. Zuckerberg of Facebook. I mean, now the shady shit that goes on, that's a different issue. But I respect where they started from, and I respect where they're at, and I respect their wealth. So, don't say that I'm down on them. I'm not. I'm down on what they represent, is what it is. I'm down on what people in Pi believe of them. That's what I have issue with. Elon Musk. Elon Musk speaks and everybody jumps and Elon Musk, okay. He put $1.5 billion into Bitcoin and all of a sudden everybody jumped on board. Guys that were never involved in Bitcoin. I mean, big players, not little us players. Okay, even the millionaires and billionaires created from Bitcoin. Okay, yes, they are at a different level, different category, different whatever. They are playing at this, well, kind of playing at this level. He dumps $1.5 billion and Bitcoin becomes big news. Everybody in the world jumps on Bitcoin. How long was he in Bitcoin? I don't even think it was 6 months. And now he's out of Bitcoin. He got out. He did this shit. And now well, he's backing Dodge. He's looking for more efficient cryptos that don't use the power that Bitcoin uses. Well, yeah, think about it. His product is based on sustainable, renewable energy. That's his business. He invested in Bitcoin and found out, I mean, I'm surprised his team of experts or team of people that he has around him didn't advise him, and I'm sure they did. Man, you got to think like a businessman. I'm sure they did. Now, he gets out because of the amount of energy and the amount of, you know what he did? He hedged his portfolio, invested what he did. Bitcoin went up to a price that he was comfortable with, and he got the hell out. He made his millions or billions or whatever he made his margin. He made his margin. And he got the hell out. Because propaganda, PR. Because now he just made himself look better. Bottom line, he made himself look better because he got out of Bitcoin because it uses the power that it uses, and he's looking for more efficient crypto to invest in. Well, man, I don't believe it. I really don't believe it. I don't believe how conditioned we have come. How much of sheep we have come in a short time and can't see it because of the hype. I'm not saying that don't follow his footsteps, don't get in, don't invest, because you can make money following him. And that's what most people are chasing, is the money. Is the money. Bottom line. Crypto is designed to do what it's doing. Make the money. Make the money. Go for it. Leave Pi alone. Leave Pi alone. Pi is designed to do something totally different. It's not designed to do what you're caught up in outside of Pi. You can do them both. It doesn't have to be one or the other. Pushing a button once a day, going about your business and making the money that you make, however you make it, do it. Just push the button on Pi and leave Pi alone. Don't come in with your opinions and it's got to do this and got to do that and got to do, because you don't know Pi. That's where I get upset. Because you're making money out here is cool. I respect that. And I respect your knowledge and the time that you've taken to learn how to do that. I respect it. What I don't respect is you coming in with that kind of attitude into Pi, telling people what Pi is going to do, should do, and needs to do, because you don't know Pi. I get upset and I get with it. And I've watched a lot of it go on over the last month or so, a couple of weeks, whatever. And it's happened since I've been here. And when I first got here, people didn't put up with the crap that goes on in general chat now. The mods didn't put up with it. Senior pioneers didn't put up with it. None of it. People came in talking that kind of garbage. Read the white paper and shut the hell up. I can't tell you how many times I was told to shut up. Yeah. Because I didn't know pi. You don't know pi. You know crypto. Make your money out there. Take your advice and all that other stuff and spread it around. Let people jump on board, do whatever. Okay? I have no problem with it. And if I were doing that, I would be following exactly what you're saying. Because it's true. For out here, not for in here. Because you haven't taken the time to learn pi. That's where I have the issue with the people that know crypto and the experts and all the bullshit that gets said in chat. Pi is getting short, man. That kind of garbage has to stop. Yes, it has to stop because it's not true. It's false, bad, incorrect information about pi that people are believing because they believe you. They believe what you put out on YouTube. They believe what you put out in social media. They believe, and you've earned it. Trust me, I don't want to take it. You've earned it, but you haven't earned it in pi. You haven't earned it in pi. Stop, please. Okay? Back to Elon Musk. Elon Musk has built a following, improved his reputation because he's looking for something that isn't proof of work. That is more efficient, more what? Well, he found Dogecoin. Low on the, I mean, it's in the mix. Everybody talks about it, everybody has it, everybody. But investment-wise, it's low on the totem pole. Well, he just dumped $1.5 billion in Dogecoin, and everybody's jumping on Dogecoin, and they're going to drive the price up. Well, guess what? It doesn't have to come up much. When you have $1.5 billion invested in something worth less than $1, I don't even know what Dogecoin is at. I don't follow it. It's not worth it to me. But it's low. It's got to be low. You know? The same thing people are talking about, it's going to be for pennies. It's a dime. It's 20 cents. It's 50 cents. It's under $1. Whatever it happens to be. Whatever it happens to be. He invests $1.5 billion in it. That coin doesn't have to raise a whole lot for him to double his money. Think about it. It doesn't have to come up a whole 50 cents, $1, maybe $1. Fuck, he's made more money than him. Yeah. Now you guys say you know finance and economics and all that. Okay. He invests $1.5 billion at a quarter, and it goes to 50 cents. He just doubled his money. It goes to 75 cents. He just tripled his money. It goes to $1. He just made, 4 times his money on a little raise. A little increase in price. Well, we need that for pi. We need that for pi. No, we don't need that for pi. No. I hope he looks at pi and I hope he shines on it. Yeah, I hope he speaks well about it. But I don't care. Pi doesn't care. Pi doesn't need him. Doesn't need him, doesn't need Gates, doesn't need whoever, big whales in Bitcoin. It doesn't need those people. It doesn't want those people. If it did, Core and the community at the time would not have implemented the ads. The ads were implemented to keep big investors out. Core is not running an ICO, now IEO, means it's not doing an initial coin offering to gain capital cash for the project. Well, it needs it. No. If it were a coin looking to trade on the exchange, I'd agree with you 100%. But it's not a coin looking to trade on the exchange. It's a coin that's looking to be a currency to buy goods and services. As soon as you bring outside investors into a project, the project is no longer the original project. If it's a true project. Because as soon as you bring big outside investors in that project, you have to answer to those outside investors. You have to make decisions on those outside investors because those outside investors want return on their investment. That's the only reason they invest, is to get return on their investment. And as fast as crypto moves, they want quick return on their investment. Yeah. You don't think he put $1.5 billion into any coin that he expects to go down? He also knows how to control the market. He knows how to control the emotion. He knows how to control. And all he did was up his reputation by getting out of Bitcoin, saying that it's not energy efficient. Well, that's the business he is in, which improves his reputation. And now he's made, you can't tell me that that price wasn't influenced because he got involved. And he's probably, if it goes up, if it's 6.25 cents, he goes back, he doubled his money in less than days. In less than days. Playing on night. I'm more than willing to listen and talk and discuss and debate and everything else with the expert to say, no, that's not what happens. Trust me, I am. I have enough ammo to hold my end of the discussion. And I'm sure you do too. And we may walk away agreeing to disagree on this fact. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that. But I'll walk away shaking my head like, damn, man, I hope this dude wakes up. But I know what you're after. You're after the money. You're after the money. Kudos. Make it. Make it. But separate the pie and what you got going on. Because they're two different deals, doing two different things, operating two different ways. Not in competition with any other thing out there. It doesn't have to be better than anything out there. Okay. And now we're going to get price and value. Well, it can't be because it can't be. It just can't be. It can't. Okay. Yes. Price and value are different. Price is exchange, trading, volume. That is how price is set. Supply, demand, and how many trades are happening and how much bigger and how the trades are going on, that's trading on the exchange. That's trading on the stock market. The crypto exchange is just a stock market on steroids, man. People love the game. They love to gamble. They love the rush. Oh fuck! I can either win or lose. I can either win or lose. They love it. People love it. Go to Vegas, man. Watch it. Go to any Indian casino. Watch it. Watch people playing dice. Watch the old ladies playing slot machines. Watch them playing blackjack. It's the adrenaline. It's the rush. It's the... Hey. Stock market is a little too slow for most folks now. But it's a better investment for asset accumulation. Because you're buying something in something. You're buying something in a company. Crypto, you're buying something into nothing. Well, it's a blockchain. It's a blockchain. Blockchain doesn't need crypto. Crypto needs blockchain. You're buying something looking that somebody else is going to want to buy in the future. I just found that one out. I like that. I like that explanation. Okay. So, it's all part of the world economy. It's all part of the thing. Pi is looking to be a currency and not just a tradable coin. Currency to buy goods and services within the community, seamless, borderless, and with minimal fees. I can't say it's going to be free. Nothing in this world is free. Why would you expect to transfer Pi for free? Huh? Why? Nothing in this world is free. But it doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg to do it, or 3/4 of your paycheck to do it. Fees are minimal. Nodes, in my opinion, here's another one that, come on, I could probably talk for a while on this one, is nodes. Nodes need to be rewarded. If nodes are not rewarded, they have no reason to stay up to date. They have no reason to stay running 24/7. They have no reason to do anything with the nodes if they're not rewarded. There has to be an incentive for nodes. Bottom line, in my opinion. Okay? You say, I'm unofficial, I'm whatever, but I'm speaking my mind. And I've made a suggestion on how to deal with fees and notes. The fees should be on a sliding percentage scale. You use more pie, you spend more pie, you pay more in fees. It doesn't mean that you spend X amount of pie and it's going to cost you 1,000 pie. No. It needs to be reasonable. But it should be on a percentage. If you're spending more pie, using more pie, you should be higher on the transaction list to get recorded in a block. Pie builds blocks at 4 seconds. You're not going to be that far down on the list, no matter when you do a transaction, of getting your transaction recorded in a block and on the chain, and the chain moving down the road. Okay? But I do believe that if I spend 100 pie on something, and you spend 1 pie on something, my transaction should go in the block before yours. But I'm willing to pay an extra percentage, whatever it is, 1%, 2%, whatever. If you set it up on a percentage, well, your 1 pie is going to be 1% of 1 pie. My 100 pie is going to be 1% of 100 pie. Well, all these transaction fees will accumulate. And then at the end of the day, or whenever it pays out, the super node, starting with the super node, because all of the nodes are page ranked. They're listed. You have a number in order of where your node sits in relationship to everybody else. Starting with the number 1 ranked super node, you start with the highest percentage of pie paid. And as you come down the list, the very last node that is active for that day gets a smaller percentage, of whatever. I mean, you can do it. Core is smart enough to figure out how to do a reducing function. They have it in the white paper. I mean, if you're going to pay the nodes 1%, 2%, whatever it is, you throwing numbers. Don't quote me on the numbers. And you have a pool, and you take 1% of that pool and give that to the top node. Well, that pool reduced by X amount, you take 1% of that, and goes down. Okay? There will be enough pie to get to the bottom. Okay? Now, I don't believe, because I've also heard talk of the possibility of burning transaction fees, which would be the biggest mistake Pi ever made. In my mind, would be the biggest mistake Core would ever make or could ever make. Yes. Because if you start burning that amount of Pi a day, Pi won't survive very long. It can't. And then you just turn it into a tradable asset. Or tradable security. Whatever your regulations. Now, now this is the last one. I'm going to close with this because I covered a lot of stuff. My understanding from in the beginning, Pi was written for the community. Pi was written to be a reachable, usable, stable, trustable, daily currency to buy goods and services between the community. And the people that understand that and are working towards that are in a small minority. Out of 17 million people, it's a small minority of those 17 million people, which is sad, real sad. Because nobody reads, nobody understands, nobody listens, there are old-time pioneers, myself included, that have been putting out correct information for 2 years. Yeah, it took me about 6 months to figure out what was going on after I got slapped down a few times and really made to learn Pi. And then, yes, there are pioneers that have been here from the beginning, that have put out solid, good information right from jump. There are a lot of solid, good pioneers, knowledgeable pioneers, still putting out good information, not cut and paste stuff, which is cool and it has its place, but putting out good information about Pi that aren't being listened to. that aren't being listened to. I do this and I get angry. All right. I'm nobody special. I'm just a pioneer like everybody else. It's just I've been here a long time. I've been here since June of 2019, before the 100,000 halving. Okay? That's all. That's the only reason I'm here. I've had good mentors along the way. It took me 4 months to commit to pi. I mean, I already knew something special about pi when I first got here. But to really understand it and learn it and da-da-da. Okay? The biggest thing that sent pi home for the ones that know pi, that are doing what they're supposed to in pi, to build pi, the community, that's our job. The community is our job. It's not Core's job, it's ours. We've laid it on Core. Yeah, we've laid it on Core, which is sad. Which is sad. The people that understand it are doing their job, but it's just a small part. It's just a small part. And hopefully that minority is strong enough, and the economies that they have set up are strong enough. And as we get closer to phase 3, the majority of people in this majority that start to understand pi starts to trickle into the minority, and at least we get to about a 50-50 would be a good shot for pi success. 70-30, I don't know. 60-40, I don't know. I really don't. And I will say, if pi fails, it's on us. It's on us. It's on the community. I don't care. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Debate me, argue me. Come on. I'm ready for that too. Because the majority believe in the exchange, and the exchange is not pi. And if that's where the direction pi goes, pi has no chance in hell. It'll be another shit coin. Yeah, it'll be another shit coin. I'm gone. I'm gone. Yeah, I can tell you that right now. Because pi will never be worth anything. It can't. It can't. And the ones that are stuck in the exchange don't see it, don't understand it. They talk about, well, pi supply, we got to stop mining, we got to stop. Well, it's too late, man. Pi's already written out to an X amount of people. There is a limited supply of pi. But it's so big that, and it's too late. Even with what is going to be lost at the start of phase 3, it's too late. The supply is too big for it to be worth anything on the exchange. The way it stands, the way it may get pushed. Bottom line. Because that's not how pi is designed. And if Core, in my opinion, because of how pi is gone, how it was done, and why I say that I know for a fact pi is not to live on the exchange, when the in-app transfer pilot started, the community at the time was around 100,000 pioneers. And the community was split 50-50. Those selling, those buying. And we were lined up. We were lined up, had pi valued at 10 cents a pi. Buyers and sellers were already lined up, waiting for Core to announce in-app transfer pilot start. We were there, man. Yeah. You guys think that you're all special and you all got it all hooked together. And no, man. We were there at 100,000 people. In my book, when we figured out what was going on and started doing what we were doing, pi should have launched live. Pi should have launched live then. We were tighter as a community then than we are now, in my opinion. We were where everybody is thinking now. Waiting for that launch on phase 3, and we're going to go to the exchange, and and you got buyers and sellers, and you got that. Like, okay. We were there at 100,000 people. In-app transfer launched, and it didn't go the way we wanted it to go. Good thing it didn't. Because we would have killed pi at 100,000 pioneers. We would have killed it dead. Deader than a doornail. Believe it or not, it's not Ripley's. I'm telling you, fact. We would have killed it. Because that wasn't the direction of pi. But what it did do is the pioneers that were here, the 100,000 pioneers, went, ooh, most of us. There are still die-hard exchange, futures market, whatever, pioneers from back at that stage. But the ones that are building pie economies, understanding value, what pie value needs to be, working to make that happen. We got woke up. We got woke up. That's when we started to learn pie. And those are the people that I'm talking about that know pie, that know what's going on with pie, why it's happening. Now, over this time, I think pie has gone different directions than what it originally intended. And my fear, my concern, and I really don't want to say it because I don't want to bring anything down on the court team that isn't necessary at this point. But at the launch of phase 3, and that becomes pie primary deal is exchanges. In my book, Core changed their vision and didn't tell somebody they changed it. Yeah. So, I'm not saying that they did, because there are a lot of people working to make pie what it should be. Even Core puts out the same what pie goal is. Okay. So, but I'm all pie. You know I'm a pie cheerleader now. But I have my skepticism, and I have my concerns, and I have markers for me that if something happens that shouldn't happen, or not expecting to happen, or goes a different turn when it gets to a certain point. No, it's not what I signed on for. And if it's not what I signed on for when it goes live, you won't see me. You just won't see me. I'm not going to badmouth anything. I'm not going to complain, whine, cry, and all, because I got a hell of an education being in pie. I'm just going to walk. I'm just going to walk. I ain't even going to say goodbye. That's being an adult. That's making choices. That's making free thinking, my own opinion, my own whatever. If it goes well and does what it's supposed to, man, we'll be partying, man. We will be partying. I'll throw a party. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to that day, because that's the direction I still believe pie is going. Because I've fought with a lot of people for a few years. Yeah. Pie does what it's supposed to. I want to fight with him again. I do. I want to take a big old box of cigars. Have a cigar, dude. Have a cigar. Because it didn't go the way you thought it was. Anyway, that's my own personal, okay. But those are the odds that pie's at. There are different camps, there are different philosophies, different whatever. The ones that are believing in the exchange, and that's what pie needs, no. It's not what pie needs. Those that are working to build the economy and creating a value, a trustable value, usable value for pie, those are the ones that you need to listen to. Pie value will be set, or should be set, and needs to be set by the very last pioneer that signs up for that day. Yeah. That's how powerful that one pioneer is. Yeah. Because when he joins from somebody and he pushes the mining button, he gets one pie. Or at least up until this point, I believe we still can use one pie to invite people. They get one pie. One pie. They need to be able to buy something with that pie day one as soon as they join the community. The minute they join the community, they get that one pie. They need to be able to buy something with it and not wipe them out. That's where pie value needs to be set. And it is. And there's trading in it. Buying goods and services. That's how pi value is set. Exchanges, yes, needed for whoever's selling goods to be able to, however, to deal with shipping and deal with keeping products supplied in the pi community. Yes, there has to be for now till there's got to be some kind of fake currency to buy goods to bring in here. And all of that economics plays in. But thing to remember, no exchange has pi until we put the pi out on the exchanges. So if we want exchange price to match community price, we don't sell until the exchange raises their price enough to match community price. Then you have 100% true value. You have value in the community, you have value on the exchanges, and you can supply your goods and services. And people need to wake up. I'm not the sharpest tack in the box. I'm not. I'm not the sharpest tack, and I figured out what's going on. Yeah, it took help. It took some real hard help in the beginning. Okay? So think about it. And I'm not asking to believe me, follow me, I don't care. I really don't care. I want you to have the right, correct information about pi. Do your own research. Do your own homework. Become your own free thinker. Form your own opinion. Back it up with truth and fact. That, man, to survive in the world that's coming, that's what we're going to need to do. Because if we're sheep and we stay sheep, I'm glad I'll be gone, man. I will be glad I'm gone. Just because. Alright. I've talked long enough and got a lot of stuff out, and y'all have a good one. Keep minding, stay safe. A Pi Wallet, I forgot Pi Wallet. To get a Pi Wallet, it's all that's in there is Test Pi. You have to download the Pi browser. You can find it in the drop-down menu on the home page. 3 bars on the upper left corner. Pi browser's there. Download it. Sign up for your wallet. Okay. All we can do is test the testnet blockchain by sending Pi back and forth to each other. That's all we can do. That's all our job is right now and needs to be done. As many transactions as you can make with the Pi we get, and you can reload 100 Pi per week. Okay? So if you send it to somebody, send it. Okay? If you hook up with somebody, send it in small increments and don't run out. I mean, I have a couple of people that I do that with. I send them 5, 10, 15 transactions a day. Okay? We send them back and forth. We have to stress that blockchain to test it, to fill the holes, find the bugs, test it. You don't have to send 20 Pi, 50 Pi, whatever. Send fractional Pi, 1.7 places out. You can send a whole lot of transactions at 1 Pi. And if you hook up with somebody, they're going to send that Pi back to you. It's test Pi. It means nothing. It has no value. Never will have any value. Doesn't. Just send it back and forth. So what if you run out? Accumulating it does no good. Does no good for anyone. If you're trying to accumulate it, you don't know Pi. You don't know where we're at in development. Okay? I screwed my first wallet up on purpose to make sure I could get a wallet in another week. Yes, you can get a new wallet in 7 to 10 days. It took me about 8 or 9 days, I think, to be able to get a new wallet. Brand new wallet. Brand new keys, brand new wallet with 100 Pi in it. You take your Pi down to 20, it tells you you can reload, then you have wait another week before you can reload again. Don't accumulate. Accumulating it is nothing. Send it. If you got 1,000 Pi, send 1,000 Pi. It don't matter. It don't matter because it's all going to be wiped out at the end. But you do need to download the Pi browser to be able to download or to be able to get your wallet. Wallet is in testnet. Okay. You have to use a passphrase to unlock it. They have an unlock some of the features or haven't brought some of the features in. Your test phrase, or your passphrase, okay? I forget how to get it. Whatever. Oh, it has a copy. When you first sign up your wallet, it has a copy. Copy your passphrase. Go to a different file, create a folder, do whatever, put your passphrase in that file and hide it. When you go to open your wallet, copy the passphrase, paste it in the box for the passphrase, hit unlock. Don't worry about the finger deal, it's all coming. We are still developing. Pi is still developing, so don't expect certain things. That's what we're supposed to figure out. Okay? Once you get in, there's a send and receive. If you go to receive, your public key is there. Okay? That's your public key. You copy and paste. You copy it. Okay? Don't paste it in general chat. Go to test wallet chat, please. Okay? Send it to your earning team. Send it to people in private. Do whatever you got to do. But test wallet chat was set up for that. Because if you start posting your wallet addresses in the general chat, you slow them down and they're already running slow enough. And please don't do it. Please, you could get muted for doing it, depending on the month. I would say that. Don't do it in senior chat. I know why they didn't give me mod controls in senior chat, because I would be muting a bunch of people. Yeah, so, okay, yes, I know you want to send and receive Pi and all this, and it's cool, but hook up with people on your earning team. Hook up with people in private. Stay in the test wallet chat, okay? People will send you Pi back and forth. That's what testing is. If you have more than 90 days mining sessions completed, you should know better. You should know better. You should have already learned it from general chat. Don't come in and run over general chat or senior chat, please. I don't know how most people feel, and I know I get a little arrogant and a little adamant and a little whatever. When I start seeing general chat questions being asked, I will run your ass off. I will. Even if I get muted, I will run your ass off. Because that isn't what senior chat is for. Senior chat is for people with 90 days more mining sessions to learn about Pi. All the newbie stuff has no place. And I've watched it happen in brainstorming. I've watched it happen in mod FAQ. I've watched it happen in a lot of other chats that people come in and they just start talking garbage newbie stuff. I won't let it happen. I won't let it happen in senior. And I'm nobody. I have no controls. I'm no mod in that chat. I'm nothing. But I'm an old-time pioneer, long-time pioneer, and yeah, I get a little arrogant, I get a little antsy, and I get a little whatever. But Pi is getting short, folks. It's time to wake up, grow up, be adult, and help Pi get to phase 3. Anyway, I know I've talked too long again. My videos always go long. But man, there's a lot of information. Hope you hear it and enjoy it. Later, guys.